the report I and my team were giving for England and Wales. So while we were going through the crime report, we could see different police force areas and also different types of crimes committed across these police force areas. So our goal was to identify trends and patterns in crime rates across different PFAs, police force areas. That is to know the most common types of crimes committed. That was our goal. So to begin, we needed to know first from these various police areas the list of the top police areas that recorded the most crimes. So down here by our left is a bar chart that represents the top 10 PFAs, police recorded, that represents the top 10 recorded crimes by the police department. The Metropolitan Police tops the list with an estimation of 9 million crimes and an actual value of 8,963,486 crimes, followed by Cyphers, then Actionford, then Greater Manchester, then West Midlands, then West Yorkshire, then Kent, Thames Valley, and Hemisphere and Essex. So now back to our primary question, which was what was the main types of crimes committed across these police regions. So by our right down is the bar chart also representing the top crimes committed across this police region. So between England and Wales, the top crimes committed was the theft offences with 20 million, then violence against the person, then fraud offences, then criminal damages and action, then public order offences, then drug offences, sexual offences, miscellaneous crimes, and robbery. So these are the top 10 crimes that were recorded or observed that the police departments could record between this England and Wales. So we also observed that crimes were dispersed across various regions. So we wanted to know the regions with the highest crimes. So this chart here represents or displays the top 10 regions or the top 6 regions with the highest crime rates. So by doing so, we can concentrate our resources on these places after and focus more on these areas that have the highest crimes than other locations gradually. So to further illustrate this trend, this is a line chart that displays the total crimes over the years. So in 2020 to 24, it had the lowest crime rates with about 1,689. This trend goes in an ascending order. So after 2023, that had the lowest crime rate, it was 2013 with an estimation of 4,028,456, then 2012, then 2014, then 2015, 16, 20. So 2022 had the highest crime recording for this report. So from this analysis, I'll recommend that we deploy more police officers to these high crime areas, respond to crimes, and we should also organize outreach programs to educate the residents in these rural areas on how to report to suspicious activities. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Detayo. Can you give him his flowers, please? Give Mr. Detayo his flowers. He needs his own flowers. Thank you. Mr. Detayo ran away. Just like that. Just don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Stay put. Stay put, eh? All right. I saw when Mr. Godwin entered. Mr. Godwin, any show? Do you think you can do anything? Just give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
Hello, sir.
Yes, do you think you can do
Hello, sir. Good
anything?
evening, sir.
Good evening. Do you think you can do anything today? Just anything.
No,
Okay, I'm not ready. I know your issue is from data cleaning, but no problem. It's okay. You can mute your mic now, please. So, Mr. Gift, hope you are still there. You've been trying not to present. Mr. Gift,
Yes, sir. So, hey, Jesus.
you can bring
I can
up
hear
your
you.
PC. You can present your own now. Don't worry, make your presentation. Don't look for perfection.
There's nothing to present, but it's okay. All right. No problem. Hmm.
Who knows? You likely surprise us. So go ahead to make your
No,
presentation.
there's no surprise there, sir.
No problem. Go ahead. Is that okay? It's just the two of you that we
Ye-
have available.
yes. How was that, sir?
Mr. Godwin. Mr.
Sawolu.
Godwin, your mic.
You tell us your name, where you from in Urubu, your town.
All right, Mr. Gift. Okay, Mr. Gift, you are welcome. Just be confident and no distractions. You're welcome. Please, you can welcome Mr. Gift. It's only Sonia.
All right.
Please.
Thank you. Um, I really didn't have enough time. Yeah. So you see that there's nothing here, sir. There's literally nothing. I just started putting my tables together. So I don't know
No problem.
if it's still
Discuss
okay to
with us.
present what is here. Because there's nothing here.
What I would have said, right? You know what?
Yes,
Delete
sir.
delete this your offense description and expand the total number crime by financial month that you have. So you can delete this one. You can delete it. Yes, remove. So you can increase the height of the other one so that they will have the same height and just quickly arrange them, and then you may have your card visual maybe at well, if this is the arrangement you want, no problem. I just wanted
No,
to.
I'm listening.
Okay, I was thinking what you would just do, right, so as to make your presentation
Okay,
look
sir.
beautiful. You have
Oh,
this your KPI. Let it be on top of them, but in their middle,
okay.
on top of the two visuals. Yes, you bring them
Okay.
down. Yes, so that at least since you just have something to look a little bit nice, yes, leave it there, then bring the other one down, and then let them have the same height. That's just what I'm saying. Then you can now do,
o-
at least let's have something that looks more presentable. So you can increase the height of this one.
Okay,
Let
of
them be
this.
exactly the same height. Exactly the same height. All right, I think So for now, you can manageably make your presentation. Once you can tell us a good story, we'll be happy. Then the title you have on top, you can also centralize it. At least let your presentation look like presentation. Can you shift it? If you can't shift it, just leave it. If you can't shift it, I don't want you scattering your work. Then all the ribbons, collapse all of them. Remember, you're supposed to collapse them so that your screen will look big. Collapse everything you need to collapse. Yes, I think that is centralized enough. It's okay. So you can collapse the filters, collapse the visualization. No, that's not where collapsing, so that your width will increase. Filters, collapse them.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
collapse them. Yes, collapse the next one, the next one, the next one also. You don't need them. And then your ribbon, the one that is pointing upward, directly above the data. Good. So collapse it. All right. So I think
Anyway.
this is okay. So you can go ahead now.
Okay, yes. So, good day, stakeholders. This is my this is my report, my police force data report of England and Wales. Yeah, so I had a challenge with um, time management in presenting this, but I will still just go ahead to present what I have. So first off, based on my generated questions, um, I don't know if it's okay to go to my questions. I'll return back here.
Please, the floor is yours. How you want to do it, please. How you wish
Yeah.
to. Yes.
Based on my generated questions, the first question I asked was or I was asked was, what offense group had the highest number of offense from 2012 to 2024? So based on my data set, after proper cleaning and um, after proper cleaning and analyzing, um, on the table here, the total number of the offense group that had the highest number is the theft offense. Yeah, and is it has the number of 20 million, a total of 20 million. Yeah, followed by sorry, give me a minute. Followed by the violence against person, yeah, with approximately 16 million, yeah, and then fraud offense with 8 million, criminal danger with 6 million, just down. Okay, so public order offense with 4 million, approximately 4 million, drug offense, approximately 2 million, sexual offense, approximately 2 million also, then miscellaneous crime against society, 1 million, robbery, 1 million, and possession of weapons offense, 1 million. So while I was generating this data, I I generated a question that says what quarter recorded the most committed crime in 2020 to 2021. What quarter recorded the most committed crime in 20 between the year 2020 to 2021, because this was the time of the COVID-19 pandemic. So it was really very important that we evaluate um, the most prevalent crime at the time within that range. And I observed that between 2021, the quarter that had the highest crime was the second quarter, because our quarter starts from April to June. That's quarter one, April to June, which had 1.25 million, and then second quarter was 1.49 million, which is from July to September. Then also, the third quarter was October to December, and then the fourth was January, or is January to March. So based on um, my second visualization, yeah, the total number of crime based on the month, based on month, based on quarter month for 2021 to 2020, from 2020 to 2021, yeah, the highest was quarter two, which is July to September, with 1.4 million crimes committed in that quarter, followed by quarter four. Yeah, sorry, quarter three, which is October to December, by 1.38 million. Then followed by quarter four, which is January to March, 1.32 million. And then the first quarter, which is April to June, 1.25 million. And up here is basically sum of a total sum of the crimes, yeah, committed in the space of 12 years, yeah, which is recorded as 60 million crimes, yeah, in the whole data set. Yeah, so if I had more time, I would have gone through the the data I had, so I can be able to recommend. But based on this, based on what I can see here, I would, off the top of my head, recommend that the police force should pay more attention to theft offense, seeing that that's the highest offense group, yeah, for for the period, for the 12-year period, which goes up to 20 million. So they should pay more attention to resolving offense that has to do with theft. Yeah. So I think that's it. I think that's it. I really wish I had more time to be able to get more tables. So thank you so much.
All right, well done, Mr. Gift. I don't know why you are thinking these two visuals you have will not suffice. This is not your final project. All we want to see is your ability to manage the two and be able to share. At least you guys are trying in data storytelling. So well done, well done, well done, well done. Earlier on, please, you can give him his flowers. He needs them. Just give him his flowers. All right, I think it is time to talk. But before then, is there anyone who probably have not mentioned, have not called you, and you think you are ready to make your presentation? Is there anyone who is ready to make their presentation? I think, let me quickly check. Okay, Princess Amaka. Hi, Princess. Can you unmute and speak quickly, please? Princess, if you can hear me, can you unmute and speak? Except if you are not where you can talk, you can write in the chat box or the message box. Princess, are you hearing? Are you still on the call, Princess? Princess Amaka. I'll take it that maybe she's not close by, and we can always hear from her. So, thank you, Mr. Adetayo. Thank you, Mr. Gift, for your two presentations. And so I was hoping we'll have more tutors who will speak to what you have presented. But I will give the room now to Mr. Nnamdi to make his comments and speak. Mr. Nnamdi, you are welcome, sir. And I think, Mr. Adetayo, you can come up with your presentation so that Mr. Nnamdi can make his comments on that. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you very much. Ibrahim. I appreciate that. Tayo, Aditayo, please,
So,
if you
okay, I'm coming.
if you may kindly bring up the dashboard again. Okay.
Oops.
All right. I can see it now. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, so this is a very, very clean job.
Thank
And
you, sir.
I want to commend you on that.
Thank
And
you.
I'd like to say that you are all doing well, sincerely speaking. Yeah, when you look at what you guys are doing to put up, with very short time that you have to learn this tool. So you're not just learning the tool, but you're learning the tool and trying to understand how to do analytics with it. So that's the reason why I commend every one of you that have attempted to present something today. Well done to you all.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, let me speak to your dashboard.
Thank you, sir.
So the title of the dashboard, the title, if you want to make it, if you want to align it to the left, you should give some margins, right? So the title should align with the chart. So you can move it a little bit. If you want to leave it as left aligned, it's fine.
Okay.
Then I am not sure of why you have the earliest dates on the dashboard. Maybe you want to speak to it. What's your thought process, or what's your reason for displaying the earliest dates on the dashboard? I'm not sure. I didn't hear you when you were presenting it.
Okay.
So I don't know if you spoke about it.
No, sir. I wanted to put the average crime there, but it's not popping up. It's blank. It's giving me a blank card, and I've used the formula, but it's still giving a blank card. So I just decided to put something else. I'm
Do
sorry.
something. Okay, that's fine. Don't worry, we'll trash that later.
Okay, sir.
So then also this percentage year-on-year crime rate. Can you speak to that? Can you tell us what does that 0.03 means? What does it mean?
It means for each year's how the crime increases per year. Like when we look at this, this is 1 million. This is 1 million, and this is 4 million. The percentage talks about the how the years fluctuate, how the growth of the crime years fluctuate. That was what I think.
Okay. So that means the rate of the rate of change of crime, or is it the rate of change? I don't want to say the increase or decrease, 0.03. So I think the best way to present this value
Okay.
should be on the table, so that you can
Okay, sir.
compare the rate of the crime rates of this year with respect to the one that happened last year. Just like what Sonia did yesterday, you can see that she had a table presentation of the year-on-year crime rate,
From
and then there
previous
is
year.
this year, previous year, and current year, and you compare. Then you look at the percentage change. Is it a positive value or negative? If it's positive value, it means that crime increased between last year and this year. If it's negative, it means that there's a decrease in crime rates, and then that will be a good one, and then they look into it. Okay, so please try to take this value, this year-on-year crime rate, and present it on the table, just like what Sonia did yesterday.
Okay,
Then
sir.
when you look at your total crime over years, that is the trend, the crime trend, or the trend of crime, you will notice that your x-axis
Yes.
isn't
Full.
arranged in
Complete.
a chronological order.
Okay.
And that will mean that the interpretation you just gave while you are attempting to answer the question of the year-on-year crime rates isn't the correct interpretation, because the first year that is displayed on your chart is 2023, which is not the first year this recording or this data is being recorded. It started from 2012. And then you can see 2012 in between 2013 and 2014. So you should find a way, or you should, anytime you're presenting a time series data as a trend, please take it as a habit. And I'm saying this, so everybody should also pay attention to this. Take it as a habit to arrange the years in chronological order. So it has to start from the least to the highest year, or from the highest to the least, depending on what you're trying to present or to communicate. But it has to be arranged in chronological order. Very, very important.
Okay.
Please look into that, because with the way this line is presented, it's not even giving the actual interpretation or the actual trend of the data. So what am I seeing here? Here you used that is total crime by region. I can see that you used kind of area chart and column. So what's the reason behind the choice of the type of chart you use to present your total crime
Crime
by
by
region?
region.
Yes. Do you have any special reason as to why you chose the mix of the combo chart of area and the column chart?
No special reason. It's because it shows no special. No. I don't even know how
Okay,
to put it.
that is fine.
There's no special reason.
So
Yes.
that is fine.
Yeah.
And the blank that shows in your data, that blank column for your total crime by region, when you are presenting your data set in dashboard, we want to try as much as we can not to have a blank chart show up. So there's a way
Okay.
you can use the filters pane to take out the blank, or except the blank has a meaning and you don't want to see it as blank, you want to give it a name, so that as you're speaking to making your presentation, you can speak to the blank chart that you have put up there. So, well, this is fine. This is a very, very beautiful dashboard for a starter, right? So I truly appreciate the fact that your touch, like I just love the combination of your colors, and I love the presentation. Like it makes sense. I mean, the dashboard itself makes a lot of sense. But when you're presenting, when you're giving presentation, you're speaking to a chart. Most times, I think Gift also did the same thing when he was presenting. You don't want to call all the figures on each bar, because most times you speak just about the top or the least, depending on the area of interest. For the total crime by offense group, you say, okay, from the charts, you could see that, or you can see that the highest crime, or the type of the group of offense that is leading or that is prevalent, is the theft offenses, okay, followed by
Okay.
violence against the persons, and then fraud offenses. So you don't necessarily need to call the figures, and that is the reason why you have put the figures there, so that whosoever is interested can already see the figures. So the leading is theft, while the least type of crime is scroll down. You mentioned that that suffice, okay, because most times when you see the leading, what is at the top or the bottom. So it's good that you have already filtered out the top 10. Now from the top 10 that you're showing on the screen, just speak to the top and then speak to the bottom, except there's something that is striking in between, they can speak to it. So well done.
Thank you, sir.
I believe that you get better as you continue the
Yeah.
course, because there are things you also learn in SQL that you can always say, oh, so this is what because the whole courses you're learning here, they are kind of interwoven. Or one thing you learn from Google Sheets can be applied to Power BI, from Power BI to SQL, SQL to Power BI, and so on and so forth. But it's a good job you've done. Well done. So just make sure you study this. I believe as you get better, when you come back to this dashboard, you laugh. Say, this is what I did at my first try. So, but
Mhm.
it's a good one. Well done. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
Yes,
Thank you.
Brian, that is all from my side for now.
Thank you very much. Mr. Tayo,
Sir.
well done once more.
Thank you,
Maybe
sir.
maybe a few comments before we release you. We don't want to just release you like that. Mr. Namdi
Okay.
has said so much already, and now look at the title itself. I see that you, instead of maximizing the entire report view page, the title, you brought it down, and this led to the reduction in the sizes of your top 10 recorded crimes and top crimes. If you look at them, you had to scroll. It's still okay, you can scroll from time to time, but I don't think this your analysis deserve all those scrolling. You should have maximized the page by ensuring that your visuals, all of them, they move up, and then you have all that you needed to see on the top 10 recorded crimes. We see it at once, and then the top crimes, we also see everything at once. So please take note of all of this. And yesterday, if you had listened to what was said to Sonia concerning aligning and spacing of your visuals, you need to be more careful. Mr. Nnamdi spoke briefly on it when he mentioned that in dragging this your title page towards the left, there's a need to align and not push everything, just give some spacing. So in giving spacing, you need to watch how your alignments are with the different visuals. You don't just put them so scattered. You have to be a master of your visuals, the way they are arranged. Just take note of that. And this will go a long way. Once again, you have done well with your color combinations, and kudos to you for every corrections that you have had. Please put them into work. I will also still encourage you. You see, Sonia went ahead and she quickly did a long post on LinkedIn, and I was afraid when I was reading everything. I said, Sonia, you want to put us in trouble. So, yes, thank you, Mr. Nnamdi. She really did so much. So, Mr. Adetayo, this is what's presenting on LinkedIn, right?
Okay. Yes,
You
sir.
may not have done a perfect job, but you are sharing with the LinkedIn community that this is your journey. Post this, then you will go back. We told Sonia the same thing yesterday. You go back and refine this. You will refine it to look better. You have to refine it and ensure that the total crime trend by years, you do it the appropriate way, and have them from the first year, which is 2012, down to 2023 as the last year. That's how we visualize the trends. The trend has to be, this year is this, not according to what you've done. You did your own by saying, the year that had the minimum crime rate is 2023, and the year that had the highest crime rate is 2022. No, you don't do it based on that. It is based on the years. The years has to be in order. 2012, 2020, 2012, 2013, 2014, and then the trend follows the years. Hope you are understanding what we've been saying.
Yes, sir.
Yes. And then, of course, you did well with the way you presented your bar charts. This is well done to you. You did very, very well. Then I also wanted to speak to this your earliest dates. Now, earliest dates, well, probably you may want to speak to it, but if you include an earliest date, make sure you are also including a later date, and you should have a reason why you are including an earliest date and a later date to your dashboard or to any form of visualization. It's not like they are totally out of point, but for this report, was there any need for an earliest date? Is it that you want to discuss a data story on it and all of that?
There wasn't.
Though you said you just wanted to put in something, but I felt, why didn't you delete it if what you wanted to bring in didn't work? And then another thing is, it's always good to filter your visuals by bringing in slicers. You need to take note of that, so that as you are making your presentation, you show us an example and say, for so region, you could slice by region, you could slice by the police post, and any other useful data variable that can help you to make your slicing. So please take note of the slicing. It's always important, especially when you are doing your Power BI. And also, I wanted to ask, okay, you did DAX analysis with the year-on-year crime rates. The same thing with the total crime LY DAX analysis. Okay, that's okay. Well done once again for
Thank you,
all
sir.
your efforts, and
Thank
we
you,
are
sir.
hoping to see you at the top.
Amen.
All right.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're
Yeah.
welcome. Yeah. Please give him his flowers once again, and Mr. Gift. Don't worry, we won't be roasting you, Mr. Gift. Just present what you have. Probably you have even updated it. Just make your presentation so that we'll just speak to it. We will encourage you, don't worry. Mr. Gift, are you there? If you can hear me,
Okay,
Mr.
yes,
Gift, all right.
yes, I am.
Bring up your.
My network is unstable.
Oh, so sorry
Oh, yeah.
about that. But you can bring up
Mm.
your Power BI, right? All right, thank you. So over to you, Mr.
Yeah,
Nnamdi.
my laptop will soon go down.
Oh,
My battery will soon.
if we had known, would have called you earlier.
Let's,
But quickly,
let's see where it will get.
let's roast you quickly so that we'll know if you are
No
tasty or
problem,
not.
sir.
So, Mr. Nnamdi, please over to you. Thank you.
Please, we shouldn't roast. We shouldn't roast Gift. All right. Thank you. So, where I start from? I want to surprisingly
Nothing
and
to say.
unexpectedly start the dashboard. Okay. I want to start from appreciating you and say well done. Yeah, well done. This is great. Like, personally, I never expected that you have anything to present, right? But because I know your schedule, right? So I will always say that it's when you are willing, whenever you are willing to do something, you get it done. So I know your ability, I know what you can do, but for the fact that you've not been able to find time to put them together because of your very tight schedule, but you have something to present. This is what I'm talking about. You should have something to show. So don't say I'm not ready or I don't have something to say. You want to show something. So it's good that you're able to present this one. You have at least showing your data, your total crime committed, total number of crime, and total number of crime by financial month. But what I would just say is when you go back to complete your dashboard, you should, one way to provide more space for your charts is to turn off the axis title. Okay, the axis title, that is this, for instance, this total month, financial month, and the total crime, they can be put off. That is one. Then secondly, like I told Adedeji, whenever you are working with a date, time related data, you should always ensure that they are being arranged in chronological order. So your first quota here should be April, June. That should be the first thing here. I know that Power BI would usually arrange these charts, especially when it comes to bar column chart or bar charts, in the order of the highest bar. And that is why you're having it as this highest bar. But if you are to speak to this using when you're interpreting your data, you see that the June, July, because these are different quota of the year, the first quota should be first category and the first bar, followed by the second quota, followed by the third quota, so that you can easily interpret your chart. Okay, so you find a way to do that. There are ways to do that, to arrange them. So in that, when you rearrange it in that order, your bars will not be arranged in that chronological order, but it's fine because it's time series data. So look for how to fix that when you are completing your dashboard. And what else do I have to say? Yes, then the chart title should be more descriptive. Should be more descriptive. You can just say number of crime by financial month. Okay, don't need to put financial. So given that the data comes with financial year, financial month, you don't necessarily need to have the word financial here in your presentation, because most times once people see anything that has to do with financial or finance, they begin to think about maybe sales data or data that has to do with generating money. So you can just leave it by month, total crime by month, or crime by month, or distribution of crime by month, or number of crime by month, or number of offenses by month. So I think you should, you change the title. And so that is all. That's all about that. I don't want to say too much because I know that you can do better if you had more time to work. So I would also use opportunity to say, okay, let me just allow Ibrahim to quickly give his own feedback quickly. So I have one or two other things to say before we continue. Well, I would like Ibrahim to say something if he has anything to say. Say to you based on the feedback before we move. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Nnamdi. Well, the only roasting I want to give to Mr. Gift is that Mr. Gift, see, you forced my hand. Oh, let me just tell you the truth. I expected more from you. I do understand how your time was so tight, but nonetheless, just leave your Power BI, leave it. Just let me make a few comments. There's something I want to say, Mr. Gift. All right, thank you. So I want to, yeah, I want to appreciate the fact that you started out your work considering precision. I think earlier on I had seen some things that you have done in one or two of our live classes. I saw, not particularly on this data set, and I saw that you really understand where you are going and what you are doing. And so this is to encourage you and to say, please keep up this work. I know you and Sonia met, you guided her through some things. That Sonia was also appreciating her tutors yesterday. You are one of those that also guided her through the process. So we know you can do very, very well, and we expect you to go back and quickly update this work. And so as Mr. Nnamdi speaks, there is one or two things that I want to chip in later for every single one of you who wishes to make more efforts in all of this. So once again, I can see your PC is going off. You have done well, and I think I would prefer when you are done with your work, let's see it and let's also speak to your work. But please, when you are watching the video of yesterday and today's video, make sure you are guided with what we expect from each and every one of you. Thank you once again.
Yes, sir.
And cheers to you for more efforts that you're going to put in. Thank you. So you can stop presenting. Thank you.
All right. Gift, if you have power, if your phone can join, can I see your battery is going off. Please, you can join this call with your phone because I have very important things to say. But before that, let me give opportunity to Shika. I can see her hand is up. The Five Technologies wants to speak. So please, let's have you, the Five Technologies. You can unmute your mic.
All right. Good evening, everyone. I hope you all can hear me. Thank you. So I was going to ask Gift to toggle to his other pages because I could see on the net that he had multiple pages. Or it seems he has stopped sharing his screen already. All right. Gifts, is it possible for you to still share your screen? I'd like to see the other pages you have got.
Yes, I do that.
All right. If he's not able to share his screen, that's fine. So from what I noticed from that, okay, fine.
Yes, so this is it.
So I can't see anything from my end. I don't know if it's my
Yeah, please go
network.
to
Okay,
other
I can see.
pages. Yeah, okay.
Yes, please go to the other pages. Okay.
Okay, they're
Keep
basically
going,
just
keep going. Okay. This data into one page. But you have just two chats on the main page.
yeah. Okay, so what happened was I'm trying to basically visualize the generated questions I had from the first.
Okay, and you even have
First
lots of cards
sent.
here.
So that was basically, and I just started doing it like 1 hour before because I just got home.
Okay. Okay, so what you do, well, you've been giving feedback and we can see that you were not prepared. I would want you to not just give up on the project. You can still work on it, do a proper arrangement. I can see you have good chats around. So just if you can do that tonight, that would be great. You can do that tonight. You can maybe make a video and present, send it.
All right, Chika, we can no
To
longer hear
relax
you
and
against network.
forget
Oh, okay.
about the project. Namdi, were you saying something?
No, we lost you at some points. I guess your network
Oh,
isn't so strong.
okay, I guess. So can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you.
If you can hear me now, so what I was saying is, after this presentation, we don't want you to just go back and relax. We're expecting you to finish up with, but I feel like you're doing great so far. We're not able to finish, so please don't give up on this project. Make sure you finish it. You can take a screenshot or make a short video explaining, like a proper presentation. Send it to uh, Mr. Ibrahim or to the group chat. We'll still give you our review, and you can still make a good post on LinkedIn. So that is what I would like to tell you. And then
Yeah.
for Adedeji, I think here you also did a very amazing work. Although there are little things you need to correct or just rearrange on your dashboard, like the title was at the corner, which I don't feel that's the best position. You could just make it in the middle so that it's spread across the page. And then your cards are very far apart. You can also make them unclick together. Um, the network was really bad, so I didn't get a lot of things, but those were the few things I noticed. So thank you guys. Thank you very much, and well done once again.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Chika. All right, so we've gotten to the point where we would like to get feedback from everybody that partook in this course, this Power BI course. So I believe that every one of us have one point or the other observe the course. If you understand your struggle and you know where you're lagging and you know where we can also improve in our delivery and the contents. So we would like to know, given that we have we have more than 10 people taking this course, almost 15, But out of this number, we are only able to get 2 people to have completely put their dashboard together, and 1 person to also present an incomplete dashboard out of this number of persons. So for those people who were not able to present, would like to hear from you. Just take 60 seconds, 60 to 120 seconds to tell us what are your struggles and how do you think that can be improved on moving forward, because you still have SQL to cover. So we'd like to hear from you. And please, when I call your name, I would like you to quickly unmute your mic and speak, because we want to save some time. I still have some more tips, some things to say. Thank you. So um, I would like to start with let me just go by the way the names are arranged on my screen. Okay, Adedeji was able to present. Chidima didn't present. So Chidima, let me hear from you, please. Thank you.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
My range is none other than that much. The thing is that I went to work. I think from where I'm working, I don't usually have network there. It's in a remote area. So I come back here yesterday evening to find out that I can't access I can't see my works again. I reached out to Mr. Brahim, though he promised to help me tomorrow. Then I'm trying to go over the recorded section of Thursday. So I believe that by tomorrow I will continue with the class.
All right, that is noted. Thank you. But are there any area that you think that we can improve on as an academy to help you to make this course, or to make this course better, and to help your learning process smoother? So are there any areas like that you think you would like us to improve on? I get what you said about your challenge.
Okay. The areas is that the at the times the mama tutorials are too much, and my work and combining my work and the class with family now is me because the training.
All right. Materials. Thank you very much. Please, I'd like Ibrahim and Shi to Ezekiel, if you're on the call, please take note. I saw you joined. I don't know if you saw the call, or Chika, please take note of this suggestion. Thank you very much. The materials. All right. Let me see the next person on my screen. I switched device. Okay, let me go to Dorcas. Dorcas, please.
Yeah, hi everyone. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, so primarily my has just been time management. Is it really time management or work overload? Yeah, so I've tried to keep up, with late nights and all that. And I think that's why my body sort of broke down this week. I've had like quite a back-to-back since the year started, which was not projected for. I probably may have declined the option to take the course if I knew in advance. But in terms of feedback for data file, I think from my view, there's a very intentional style and structure to how you sort of balance the quality of the materials with the videos and then the online classes. To be honest, I'm not sure there's, from my perspective, I'm not sure there's much you can really do differently than you're doing. I think your consistency is great. You're already following up with people. You're very understanding, you're very patient, and you take your time to sort of explain, and you're available when students call, right? So I think you're already doing what you should do. I think it's just from the part of the student to be able to maximize the various opportunities. Is it me that is having the backup, or is from somebody else on the call?
I'm not
I think I'm hearing
sure.
myself like twice. Yeah, or something.
Okay, let me see if there's another person unmuted. It's just me. Let me mute myself. Maybe that will help.
Okay. Yeah. So I think, to be honest, you guys are, I think you're the first online academy that I'm seeing that is this effective in terms of both your style, your structure, your intentionality, and your hands-on involvement. Right. So I think it's more of and to be honest, you also asked that only people who have certain number of hours to commit to the studies, should even sign up in the first place. So you're not just about the money, but you're also very intentional in ensuring that every student maximizes, the learning opportunity. So from my end, to be honest, maybe subsequently I have a an area of improvement, but I think generally the academy is doing great, and it's more or less for me to. I think the feedback is more for me than for data fight. Yeah, to just pull my weight. I now been reassuring myself and the tutors that I will close the gap. I plan to. I think my family members were wondering why I was joining the class today, because before now I was literally being carried. But yeah, I will consolidate and catch up. My assignment to be closed in. I'll probably share more of my updates via the suggested approach that Chika shared, like videos and maybe the links to get my own reviews and at least close that in. I definitely be booking some time with the lecturers in the coming week, just to sort of help consolidate. I think I also try to do one with Gift as well. He was quite helpful. So I'm trying to maximize those that have gone ahead and the lecturers to try and close in on the gap. So that's my strategy. I have a few days of this week, so I will try and consolidate on that. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for that feedback. Let's go next to Mercy. Mercy, please, let's hear from you. Thank you. Mercy, I hope you know what the question is. We would like to know what your challenges are, why you're unable to meet up, and if there are areas you think the academy can improve on to help you get the maximum of the course. Let's hear you, Mercy. Thank you.
Okay, good evening, everybody. I don't know, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Mercy. Please go ahead.
Hello?
Mercy, we can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Can you hear me?
We can, but it seems we're losing you. Yeah, at some point. Yeah.
So, the course has been going smoothly lately, not until when
Okay, so it appears that Mercy's network is not stable. Let's head on to Tosin. Tosin. Let's hear from you, please. What are your challenges? Why were you unable to present? And how do you think you can improve to help you maximize your time and money for this training?
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, sir. I the challenge I have with my system my system is really lagging, so I could not finish up. I could not finish up with the questions. So I already made plans. I got a friend of mine's laptop. So I was already I got the system yesterday, but I could not, there was no power supply. I was even awake over the night just to make sure that, but there was no light. So I could not do that. So immediately I charged the system today in church. So I would finish up with it. Hopefully before the end of today I'll be through with it.
Right, speaking. Patrick, let's hear from you next. Hello, Patrick.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Thank you.
All right, good evening. First of all, I would like to apologize for not being keeping you guys updated on how my work schedule has been. So I've been kind of very, very busy throughout last week, and I was hoping that last week actually I'll be free, so I'll be able to cover up for the um ones I've missed and also go through all my assignments. But unfortunately for me, or should I say fortunately, there were some works I have to do, and I just have to give in all my time, and it actually took all my time. So most of the time when I'm less busy, it's always at night, and to be honest, I'll feel too tired to work. There was a time I actually even messaged Mr. Gift that okay, oh, this particular assignment, can you come online so we can work on it together? That day I just switched on my system and it boot to desktop. The next thing was my partner tapping me up. I just woke up from sleep like 2 hours after booting on my laptop. What's going on? So it has been like that since then, closing from work late and all that. So even today now, I've spoken with Sonia that she will have to put me through the project so that I can finish, I can work on it. Maybe during the week I'll submit, and she has agreed to assist me this night. So hopefully I'll be able to turn up with my assignments. The program has been very helpful, and so far the facilitators have been doing their best. Materials dropping in time. In fact, I used to wonder, they've never allowed us finish with one. They've dropped another one. That kind of a thing. So yeah, you guys are trying actually, and it's particularly it has been from me. It has been from my end, and hopefully this week I'll try and catch up.
All right, thank you. Olivia, we'd like to hear from you.
Good evening,
Hi,
everyone.
Olivia.
Oh,
Hello, good
okay.
evening.
Well, will I say Sonia just brought everything in my head. That's what Sonia brought out.
Is this Sonia
I'm echoing. I don't know if it's echoing over there too.
I think I'll mute myself. I think it was Dorcas that spoke, not Sonia.
Okay, yes, please. Dorcas brought out everything in my head. Like, to be honest, they've been trying their best actually with follow-up. Let me not lie, I have registered in other schools before, but it is only with DataFi that has tried to carry everybody along, irrespective and all. I know sometimes I used to ask myself that, did I really pick this course at the right time? Then I discovered that honestly, there is no right time to do this. But now I know most of the time I fall behind in my assignments, my projects, but everything we're being taught here, I always come across it practically in my field of work. So I will try my best to just make out time. That's what I can say, because the defaulting now is from the student part, is not from the academy or the teachers. They've been trying. Ibrahim has always been following up on me and all in all, we just have to make our time to do this. That's all I can say.
All right. Thank you for that, Olivia. Princess, who is on the call? Is it Princess Amaka or Princess Johnson? Princess, please. I can only see Princess on my screen. Let's hear from you. Hi, Princess. Are you there? All right. So I think this is the second time we're calling on Princess's name, but she's not saying anything. She's not responding. And like I said earlier, it is against our policy for you to join our live session or mute your mic to speak when you are called upon. If there's going to be a situation that will warrant you not to be able to speak, right? Before the class, you should drop it. You should let your tutor know, and don't just send a private message to your tutor. Send it in the group, okay? And the reason for sending that message to the group is so that other students would have seen your message, and they don't think that it is cool for us to call you and you don't respond. And then they begin to think it's a norm. It's not a norm in the Dafad Academy. It is not. So when we come, like I said the other time, the reason for this live session, in fact, the kind of training we operate in the Dafad Academy is called flipped lesson, flipped, FLIPPED, flipped lesson or flipped class. So what it simply means is that the students are given opportunity to have access to the materials, study the materials, practice whatever that is there. Then during the live session like this, they are meant to interact. It is not necessarily teaching time. We shouldn't come and teach, as it were. We're supposed to come and begin to ask questions. Okay, you, from your own perspective or from the research you've done, from the study, once you have gone through the materials, give us your own understanding. Show us, share your screen. That is what this is meant to be like. So it's not a time where you join the live class and then you're being called upon and you are not saying anything. And you have not pre-informed your tutor to say, I might not be able to speak in this class, please. So you know. So please, going forward, let us all understand this. It's not acceptable that you join a live session and you are calling your name, you're not responding, you're not saying anything in the group. Sometimes network can be responsible, we understand, but I still know because I'm very used to live meetings. I mean, online meetings. I've seen a lot of times where people will join and their devices will be one place and they are in the other place doing something else. Okay, just we were supposed to all have our cameras turned on, but because we understand bandwidth problem in Nigeria, that is the reason why we just allow people to put off their cameras. So that shouldn't give you any opportunity to not pay attention in class. So having said this, I want to appreciate everyone that have spoken. We also understand everybody's situation. I'll just tell you a very short story about myself. Maybe that will motivate you. While I was in the university, okay, by the way, I won't go too deep into the story. By the way, I spent 10 years in the university to gain a degree that was meant to be 4 years. But I spent 10 years in the university for some challenges, basically financial challenges. And those 10 years, God was taking me through processes. I never knew I was learning things that would help me in life. So I started a course. I got to my third year. I dropped out because I could not fund my bill again. I went back again and started ND, and I finished the ND, and I came back to the same institution this time around, a regular program, and I did under 4 years. So when I calculated all the years, I spent 10 years. Now, while I was in the university, I did my second attempt. I had already told myself that, okay, I don't want to be a teacher. I don't want to be a classroom teacher because the course I was studying, Nigerians or Africans, a lot of people have the mindset that the only thing you can become in life is to become a teacher. In secondary school, for that matter, I was studying mathematics. pure and applied mathematics in the University of Ibadan. And I told myself that I don't want to be a math teacher. I love mathematics so much, and I know math so much. It's not by just saying it, to the point that I can apply math, and I've been applying math to real life, right? So I don't buy the idea of other people who say when you study math, all you can do is to teach in secondary school. Not so. So I started, that was when I started my first business. And I was trying to encourage my classmates then, know this math well if you don't want to end up in secondary school as a secondary school teacher. Know this math well. That was what I was telling my colleagues, my classmates then. But fast forward to when I finished. I finished and I graduated, and I found myself in Abuja. And I was putting all the efforts. Of course, there was no funding. I was trying to start a business, but the business is not far away from math. I love technology apart from loving math. So I was looking for how I can put math and tech together to solve real world problem. But funding was the issue, and the government was not helping matters. The small business, the small office I opened, they were frustrating me with tax and the rest. I've not even donated any fund, and I was already frustrated. Okay, so I found myself along the line when these things were not working. I had a family to cater for. I was pushed to go and submit CV in secondary schools, and I said, "This is what I don't want to do." But I just found myself in secondary school at the end of the day, right? But meanwhile, I have already known about data science, and I want to use leverage on my mathematical background and my statistics background. By the way, I was studying statistics first. I did statistics to 300 level. I did any statistics. I went back to study mathematics. So I said, okay, let me dive into data science. But at the time, I don't know any analysis, any tool. I don't know how to use any tool. I was really learning Python. I don't know anything about Power BI. Although I have been using Excel for a very long time, but not tilted to the way of data analytics. I just use Excel as a random tool. I don't know anything about Tableau. I don't know Python, but I started learning Python when I was in school, but just learning it haphazardly, not to a specific area. So, but I found myself in the secondary school teaching in secondary school here in Abuja. Although it was a big school I was teaching, but number one, I was not happy that I was there, right? Because I had already told myself I didn't want to teach, not even in the secondary school. If I must lecture, I want to lecture. Or if I must teach, I want to lecture in the university. That was what I told myself. But I saw myself in secondary school. I said, no, this is not where I want to be. And I had a family to cater for, although I'd already started my master's degree there. So I now made a decision. I told myself that I give myself a certain number of years. I want to switch to become a data scientist. That is after I have discovered data science as a course. So at the time, I didn't have the funding. I didn't have the money to actually go and take a course because it was very expensive to go to study the course. There was no institution in Nigeria at that time that was taking anything data science. Everything was abroad. The one I saw was $5,000 in South Africa. That is just the course fee without travel and all. But to God's so good, I saw a scholarship for the institution, but I unfortunately I did not make it. This is my life story. I just wanted to listen. Now, it now got to a point where I started doing my master's. My master's was also online from the UK, no, from the US. I was doing my master's from the US online, and the master's was thorough, very thorough. Although it was tilted to the area of data science, I was doing a master's in financial engineering. And then I got a different job from the school, yeah, but it's still in education sector, but ed tech. I got the job. The job was also very demanding. And I now got an opportunity again, that same institution in South Africa, to take an online course this time around. But the money is higher, $10,000. But they made me sign. They made me sign an agreement that I was not going to take any work. Now the reason is because the program they called it accelerator program. They will train me, and after my training, they will get a job for me, and then I begin to pay instrumentally. That was the agreement, and that was why they made me sign not to work full time, because they knew that the study was going to be very, very rigorous. So data science, that was when I took my data science course, and the course was for 1 year. My master's, I had already gone 1 year into my master's. I was having 1 more year to go. That is number two. Then I was doing a full-time job. So I could not, I could not resign from my job because I had a family to get out to, and I had other responsibilities. So I had to maintain the job. I was in my master's program, very demanding. I now took the data science course for 1 year, very, very demanding. These three things, very, very demanding. The family, number four things, very, very, very demanding. So it was like I was going to die for that 1 year. But because I have told myself that I want to switch, I want a change in my story as an individual. There were so many times I could not, as a teacher in secondary school, I could not afford a living. Like I can't afford, I can't buy things. I can't, like, teachers are suffering in this country, for Christ's sake. It got to a point where when I go to meet with some friends, and there was when they were discussing with some people around me, and then we were just talking. I don't know what brought about your career. So what do you do? What do you do? And I mentioned that I'm a teacher. I teach in a secondary school. Do you know what they said to me? They said, someone just said, hey, yeah, sorry. I think I should just keep myself. I said, what do you mean? Although I know some teachers are doing very well, right? To be a teacher is not bad. Of course, I'm a teacher. I'm proud to be a teacher. I'm still a teacher even till now. But it's just that the way I don't want to be. So okay, let me put it well. Not that I don't want to be a teacher, but I don't want to earn a living by teaching in secondary school. I can go and teach in secondary school now, just giving back to society. But I don't want to be there and then getting paid. No, I don't want that for myself. So it was a decision I made. For 1 full year, I had to take the course from South Africa on a daily basis. There are courses, there are classes, there are projects to work on. I was doing my master's that people were just dropping out from the master's program because it was demanding. I was doing that master's in that same year. I was doing a job that was highly demanding in that same year. So how do I cope? During the day, I was taking my data science program, attending to classes, doing this, my work was there. But thank God I had an understanding manager. He told him that, okay, my deliverables, please, I would always do them. So at night, so during the day, I was studying my master's and data science program. At night, I was awake doing my job, my work. So I was awake till maybe 4, every blessed day, 4, 5, that's when I sleep. And I wake up again by 6, 7. I'm already in the office. So I go to office every day. I'm in the office, but I'm studying and I'm working. It was demanding. But I told myself, because I want a change of story. So all my colleagues were seeing me. I was lean. Some people see me and they say I'm lean. Some people are just joking. If you don't know, you've not seen what they call lean. I was dry. I was drying up. If you see me, I look so lean, like stick. People ask me, are you sick? But I never bothered myself because I knew what I was looking for. I knew what I was determined. Hey, I remember those days. This guy is saying this because this guy and this guy were working together. So I knew what I was going for. I never gave up. It wasn't easy. It wasn't, but I never gave up. So what am I saying? Not everybody I know, because sometimes when I discover people say not everybody are like it's like me. Yes, I know. But that's why sometimes when I speak to people, I say I want to do data analytics. I ask you, are you sure? Is this what you want to really do? Because you don't just come and play. And again, in the country that we are in, things will not work out smoothly always. So what am I saying? You have to inconvenience yourself. I love to hang out. I love to go parties, but then all my colleagues, they were seeing me as a nerd. Like, this one is like anything. You don't know what's day. They were going to parties every Friday, and I wanted to do that. But because I knew what I was pursuing, I did not. I so disciplined myself. So this period is just 8 weeks. It is only 8 weeks. For those people who have ample time to stick club or do other things while you're doing this course, it means that you are not certain about what you want to do. I know that some of us are genuinely engaged with work and all. I know. But please, let this be as an encouragement for those of us who can sincerely commit some extra time. Those 30 minutes, 20 minutes to go to the social media. Let me even see what's happening in IG. Some of us are so addicted to it. I'm saying this because I've seen some students do that. They will say they don't have time, but yet they have time to go to IG. It is just 8 weeks. If you don't see what's happening in Instagram for 8 weeks, you will not die. I promise you. I promise you, you will not die. If you don't hang out for 8 weeks, nothing will happen to you, sincerely speaking, for your self development. So today, to the glory of God, my story has changed. For people who knew me then and sees me now, they can see like this is physical change. To the glory of God, my story changed, but I had to take steps. So if you know that you want to know this, you want to do this, you have to take intentional steps. And I've seen it, even some students, like I said, some of you have stories, but I know people who have gone through worse. There was a particular student in some of our previous last, I think 2 courses ago. When he's registered for the class, his laptop just crashed. It was like his village people were after him. But this guy, this guy finished his course. He finished like his laptop crashed. He was homeless. He was like, I can't begin to tell you all his challenges. But he finished the course and he still too tall. So right now, he's still too as a data analyst. He's working as a data analyst right now. So your story can never be worse. If you say your story is worse, I'll tell you someone else's story. So please, let's just use opportunity. Just use this little word of encouragement to tell yourself that you can do this, right? To tell yourself you can do this, and please let us be more intentional about it. So one of our the way we measure success for us as an institution is that people come register for the course, and at the end of the day, they achieve their goals. That is when we say, okay, we are now successful in terms of teaching this person. So we can have different goals. Somebody's goal might be to have a change of job. Someone's goal might be to have a change of career path entirely. Someone's goal might be to be able to apply that thing they're learning in their current role or their current job. So when we can say we are successful, that's the reason we see the way we push you, we reach out to you, we ask you, because if you don't succeed in the training, God forbid, it means we as an academy has also failed. That is the way we define success for us. If you don't succeed, it means we have also failed. That is the reason. So that's why it's better, don't even register. So a lot of people that should have even joined this program, like this cohort, I have so many people on my DM that was, please let me pay. I said, we have gone 2 weeks since, let me pay. I said, don't worry, just keep your money, just hold on. Hold on. If you can wait and join the next cohort, because we have gone far. So if we were to be other academy, they will collect money because people are after money. People want to make money. Yes, we need the money to grow, but we are not all about the money. We are about your own personal growth. So please, I'm saying all of this because we are not going to wait. We're not going to pause. We don't have much time to give. Next cohort is starting in March, and we have to move. Now, it is you that will now give your self-motivation to complete this Power BI project, because tomorrow SQL is coming up. So you have to motivate yourself to complete it. Though you can reach out to us, we'll respond to you, we'll help you. But you have to motivate yourself to complete this Power BI project. Tomorrow, SQL starts, right? SQL is starting tomorrow. And I wouldn't want to even advise you to say, begin to, if you can't complete the project from between now and when the materials will be released for SQL, maybe you pause. Except you can merge both of them. Because SQL is like you're learning new language. Like you want to learn French now. Someone say, I come and learn French. That is what it is. That is what it's like. You are going to learn a language that will help you communicate with databases. So you need a lot of time to concentrate on SQL. You need a lot of time to concentrate. And that's the reason why we're after everybody. Please do your assignments, because it is a planned program. And if you remember, during the onboarding, we showed you our roadmap. We showed you the roadmap with the dates. We were intentional about it. Not just showing because we want to show, because we knew that we have already marked dates for when different things should be unfolding. We've already given some time before. We can't give more time. So that's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. Except you have any other thing, maybe other people, Ezekiel's on the call, Ibrahim is still here, Chika probably should still here. Please go ahead. But one thing we promise is whenever you reach out to us, we'll be willing to attend to you. But get set for SQL, you will have your class from tomorrow, materials to be released. Thank you very much. much and do everyone. That is all from my end. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Namdi. Um, Data Stars, I want to sincerely appreciate Mr. Namdi for sharing his story once again. If there is anything I can say about Mr. Namdi sincerely, I learned selflessness from Mr. Namdi. Mr. Namdi is, I tell him always that he is my mentor, whether he likes it or not. And I've been telling a whole lot of people that he remains my mentor. I've told him, I've told Mr. Namdi severally. I know why he was teaching us. We do a whole lot of things to want to get him angry, even though we're a very serious set of people. We're not like some group. I didn't mention anyone anyway. Mr. Namdi, we still. I used to wonder how Mr. Namdi will be patient to still teach us. You know, we did the advanced data analytics. We're more of on cloud platform, the Python. Those were the things we did in my own set, and of course with the statistics. And Mr. Namdi took his time to teach us. So the story he has shared is still an interesting story that keeps encouraging me personally. And I want to encourage each and every one of us, please make out time. We are available for you. What I want to say is we'll help guide you through to round up your Power BI. And I want to encourage you to do a 5 to 10 minute video with your Power BI and put on your camera, you know, with your PC. Please, when you are done and you share with us, we'll see how to encourage you. You just need to do that so that you'll be well guided. Once again, I appreciate yourselves for reaching this stage. I don't know if Chika has anything to say. Shei entered here. If you have anything to say, Mr. Ezekiel, the head of Datafy Academy, if you have anything to say, can we hear from you, sir and ma'am?
Thank you so much, Ibrahim. Thank you so much, Nabi. Um, it's funny how today I was reading a book, and one of the statements that struck me was, if you don't have an advice to give, maybe you don't even know how to present it. Proper advice to give. Okay, I think someone is talking. I hear someone in the background. Is someone speaking?
Well,
All right, I think it's better now. So, just like as I was saying, if you don't have an advice to give, or maybe you don't even know how to present it, just tell your story. And that's one amazing thing that I love about Mr. Namdi. He will always share his story. And every time he shares his story, there's always a new version that you haven't heard that inspires more and more. I just thank you, Namdi, for always sharing your story with us. We are always inspired to put in more effort, to put in our best into. I hope that every one of us here today has um, putting more effort into um, catching up with our classes because you all know where you're going to, you all know what you want, you all know why you came to this fight, why you want to learn data analysis. We all have our different reasons, and if you just took the course because you felt like, well, I just want to take the course, I just want to be a data analyst with um no sense of direction or something. I hope that today's talk would inspire you to go back to your drawing board method, and just see how you can plan your time, and put in your best into the rest of the training. We have SQL coming up, and we're expecting to see improvements in your how you consume the materials that are released in the classroom, how you interact in the live sessions, and how you um, finish up with your assignments and projects. So that is the little that I have to say. I believe that there's going to be improvement from now. I'm really cool. I just want to encourage each and every one of us to do our best. Thank you very much. That'll be all.
All right, thank you so much, Chika. Thank you. Mr. Shei, are you still there? Don't think Mr. Shei is still here. Mr. Ezekiel, do you have anything? Okay, Shei is here. Mr. Shei, is there anything you would like to say?
Every data star, well done. Yeah, I just want to tell everybody that has come this far. Thank you so much and well done. And please don't relent. Let's just keep pushing. No, it's not easy, but yeah, let's keep pushing. All right, Ibrahim, please.
All right, thank you, Mr. Shei. Mr. Ezekiel, have anything to say?
Nothing much to say. I mean, Namdi has said everything. Everyone that has spoken has said everything. It's not easy, but since we've all decided to start this journey, it's just best and wise to see it through to the end. Well done, everyone.
Thank you so much, Mr. Easy. I appreciate. And just to also share with you, we did the advanced sessions with Mr. Ezekiel and Mr. Oluwaseyi. They were my classmates, and it was quite a beautiful experience with all of my fellow class mates then. It was so wonderful. So I don't know, think we want to draw the curtain here. There is no need to keep us for too long. Well done, and well done to every single one of you. And have a blast as you work on your Power BI projects. I think we can say good night to all of us. We'll try and make the video available soonest. Thank you.